Owosso High School, are you ready?
We are.
Yeah.
Shut up!
We're ready.
Your time begins now.
It's like he taught us the wrong stuff. I know, right? It's like none of it was on the test. That's not gonna be good. Does he even expect us to pass high school? I mean, come on. Yeah, that's probably gonna be way too. Hey, it's been more than such a year. Yeah, it's gonna be very eventful.
Shh! Do you hear it? It's like the heartbeat of the world. And. It's not so much a question of hearing it, the sound is all around. It's more so a question of knowing there's something there to listen to. Yes, that's it. It's coming in clearer now.
And my father's dying of cancer.
And I have a ton of homework tonight.
And nobody noticed that I got my hair cut.
And Venice will be like underwater within the next decade.
And I got rejected from every college I applied to.
And I have a hangnail.
And my boyfriend makes a funny noise when he kisses me. And I can't clear 13 feet in the pole vault.
And I think I want to kill myself.
And I swear they're making candy bars smaller than they used to.
And my favorite pants don't fit anymore.
And my brother is going to Afghanistan.
And! Do you get it? Do you hear it? Not then, he had a hernia, then she kissed her cat. Not but, he had a hernia, but she kissed her cat. Not because, he had a hernia because she kissed her cat. And he had a hernia, and she kissed her cat. And I wet the bed, and they experienced deja vu, and Mortimer imagined he was an astronaut. These events, these moments, linked solely by their concurrent existence, linked solely by and you are sitting there, and you are sitting there, and you, at the same time, are sitting right there, side-by-side universes. Let me tell you a story. I want to tell you a story. 3 nights ago, it was about 9 o'clock, and my family, we were, you know what? Just forget the story. For now. Just, let them talk. But remember, all at once. And.
Yeah. So, it's pretty much decided. It's inevitable, I guess. Dad's cancer. The prognosis is pretty much set. I mean, we've been through the prayer circles. They're still going on and all, but the prayers have changed from asking for healing to asking for dealing, acceptance, that kind of thing. So he's home now. Dad. He brought quite a bit of equipment with him too. Tanks and hoses, a special bed.
He wanted to come home. And the doctor said it would be okay. Or as okay as being anywhere. Home, the hospital, the park, Disneyland. Wherever. I guess that's one good thing about dying. It's portable.
And
Who do my teachers think they are? Or better question, who do they think I am? A homework machine? The geek of geeks who has no life? Who wants to spend 5 hours a night on schoolwork? Listen, here's the basic concept. Home, school. Home, school. 2 separate places. They should stay separate. I don't bring my lawn into the school so I can do my yard work there, do I? I don't bring my sister into the school so I can have my arguments with her there, do I? No! Those are home things to be done at home. So, why should I bring my school things to my home? Home! School. Keep them separate!
And, okay, I can take it that my brother didn't notice my haircut. It's no big deal. He probably wouldn't notice if his own face fell off. And my father, well, where do you think my brother got his attention to detail from? Now, my mother noticed, but since she drove me to the appointment in the first place, that doesn't really count. Nothing from my classmates, nothing from my teachers, nothing from the bus driver. I could live with all that non-attention to my haircut, but when I cornered Janet, my supposed girlfriend of 3 months, when I ask her, notice anything different? When she looks me up and down and says, new shirt? That put me over the edge. And
We are like killing the planet. With all our cars and like our hairspray, it's like we are causing all this global warming. Like people can't even ski in the Alps anymore, I heard. And that's like so not right. That is practically un-American, if you ask me. And Venice, I told you about that, right? Like if I wanted to go to Venice and have some guy singing to me in one of those, perfume things? Those, cannolis? No. Gondolas. That's it. If I wanted to go and do that in, say, like 10 years, I might not even be able to, because all the review is like water, and you can't take a gondola ride on just water if you don't like have any Venice to like be in. It is just so sad. I can't even like tell you.
let me tell you the story. I need to tell you the story. 3 nights ago, we were all home. My family. My mother, my father, my 2 sisters. It was about 9 o'clock, and my older sister, she was no, I shouldn't start there. Not yet. Just, back to these other people. And
That was my reach school. I got rejected. No big surprise. I mean, most kids get rejected from the reach schools, right?
That's why they're called reach schools after all.
Now Michigan Tech. That is what you might have called my semi-reach. I would have felt lucky if I had gotten in. I didn't get the chance to feel lucky though. Rejection 2 from Tech. But that's okay. I still had MSU and CMU. And I was sure I was going to get into at least one of them. If not both. They're decent schools. I would have had to hang my head in shame. That is, until they sent me the, I'm sorry, you're just not good enough for us letters. Then I could justifiably hang my head. In complete shame.
give us another. And
I'm always getting these hangnails. Don't you hate that? They catch on everything and they hurt.
And they get overly irritated, and I try not to show them, but it's like they're practically calling to you. My fingers look like. I don't really know what my fingers look like. Why do you suppose I always get them? Not that everybody gets them. I don't think they're hereditary or anything, unless maybe dry skin is hereditary. But they're not exactly dry. They're prone to hangnails, that's all. And I have them, and they hurt. And I'm tempted to bite my fingers off, you know? Do you get them?
Great. One more and I'll one more then. And
He's a great guy. He really is. He's sort of old-fashioned about things. He opens doors for me and carries my books. I know. It's pretty corny, but I like it. He's sweet and considerate. He calls me when he says he's going to. He picks me up on time. Yesterday, he bought me the most beautiful rose. So, why am I being so crazy? I'm actually thinking of breaking up with him just because he's a noisy kisser. I mean, that's so shallow. I'm not like that. Usually. It's just, I swear, his nose, it clicks. Somewhere way up in his nasal passages, when we kiss, his nose makes this clicking noise. I can't ignore it, I've tried, I swear. He's not a bad kisser, except, okay, every time we start to kiss, I think of this documentary I saw about an African tribe that communicates with clicking noises. I don't know about you, but that just does not set a romantic mood.
yes, you have to keep this in mind too. You have to remember that these things are all going on at the same time, connected only by proximity. I mean, within one relatively small area, all of these people are dealing with their various situations. Within, as is the case here, within the confines of a single building, of a school, you have all these things going on, and this and that, and this and that, but it's not actually something we can separate out like that. I mean, it looks like there's an order to it, but that's arbitrary. It's not 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. That's artificial. It's and, all at once. It's like this. This is what the world is like. We have to separate people out to hear that.
I come in at 11 feet. Everyone around me is like, oh wow, she's coming in at 11 feet. I could clear 11 feet with my eyes shut. I could clear 11 feet with a pulled muscle in my shoulder. And that's no joke, because I did it last week when we meet against Fowlerville. Hell, I could come in at 11.6 if I wanted. I haven't missed that height all year. Know what? I could come in at 13 feet. I could just hear them all if I did that. Oh man, she must be going for a record. Coming in at 13, she's crazy good. But here's what they don't know. The second I hear that the height has been raised over 13, I'm done. I could have cleared 13 on my first attempt by 1.5 feet. But once I hear anything over that number, anything, 13 feet and ½ inch, I'm done. I shut down. I just can't clear it.
Yes, good. We separated her out for a moment, just so she could be heard, which is nice. But when we do that, we tend to forget about the simultaneity, the and factor. So try not to. It's crucial. Crucial. Three nights ago. Oh God! How could I not have known? I'm still not ready. And
you know what a scrim is? It's this kind of curtain that when you shine light on it from the front, it's opaque. But when you shine light on it from behind, you can see through it. But even when you can see through it, a scrim makes whatever's behind it kind of dark and kind of muted. unless you really blast the light on it, everything gets dulled down by a scrim. Well, you know what? I see the whole world like that, like everything's behind a scrim and the backlighting isn't very strong. I admit it's probably just me. Maybe I'm the one with the scrim over my eyes, like a blindfold. Either way, it's all dull and shadowy to me. All the time. I know how to get into my father's gun cabinet.
And,
Okay, so I know that all that I have to go on is a hunch, you know? But hey, hunches have started a lot of important discoveries. Like when Newton got hit on the head with an apple. Even though that probably never happened in real history. It gave him a hunch. And then he invented gravity. So my hunch is that they've been making candy bars smaller and smaller over the past few years. They used to be bigger when I was younger, I swear it. And it's not just me. It's not just that I was smaller and I thought the candy bars were bigger. Plus, here's the thing. Now they have these king-size candy bars that they charge like double the money for. But what I think is that they're just the same size as the regular ones used to be. I'm serious. I'm gonna do a study on this.
you know, there's just 2 more left, so I'll just let them finish, and then I'll tell you my story. But don't forget. All at once. And.
Your clothes aren't just for covering you up and keeping you warm, of course. They make you feel good when you wear just the right ones. If they fit just right and look just right, they comfort. They communicate something both out to other people and back to you. They tell you you're all right. You are who you think you are, who you want to be. So, when your favorite clothes start not fitting anymore, not because you've outgrown them since you're getting older, but because you're getting fat. Again, that's when they hurt you. They're tight, and they pinch sure. But worse than that, they hurt you because they say both out to other people and back to you that you're not all right. You're a tub of lard again.
And.
He is such an idiot. My brother is such a stupid, macho, narrow-minded, hero-loving idiot. He actually came to me yesterday with a huge grin on his face, saying shipping out to Afghanistan next week. Yes! I'm gonna give me some action! I'm gonna give me some action? How can 2 people, like my parents, combine their genes to produce him, and then combine them again to produce me? I just do not understand how he can possibly think going to fight in this war is some kind of adventure. That he's just gonna go play his little war games and come home unscathed. Problem is, if he weren't my brother, I could just write him off as an ignorant bullet head and send him on his merry way. Problem is, I love him more than I can say, and I'm gonna worry every damn second he's over there.
Okay, so everyone's had their say. It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, while her father is dying of cancer, she's worried about the shrinking of candy bars, and she's anxious about clearing a particular height in the pole vault, and she's depressed about the way that her pants fit, at the same time that she's planning suicide, at the same time that he has another hangnail. It's amazing and somehow so horrible. My story, though. I need to tell you that. I can't just do it with words, though. I'll have to have you see it. It'll only take me a moment to set this up. I don't want you to miss what I'm trying to convey here. I just need some visuals. This is my father. Say hello, Dad. Just kidding. Right, so if I had the resources, I would just bring the whole house in here so you could get a better sense of the spatial relationships between the various scenes that we're playing out. My father is downstairs in the den, and about 20 or so feet away, up and over, my mother is in my parents' bedroom. And my little sister is upstairs also, actually quite close to my mom, separated only by a wall. And my big sister is downstairs in her bedroom, in the basement, which is fairly close to, I can't believe it! I forgot about me! I'm there too, of course, in the downstairs living room, which is, like I said, fairly close to, my sister's room. My older sister's. Her name is Adrienne. You can't see her. She's under the blanket. And that's how it was. My sister here is Julia, my mother Donna, my father Brian, and I'm Eric. And this is my house 3 nights ago. And now that the garden is set up, I'm not sure I can tell you what happened. So what do we make of all this anyway? The and factor, as I like to call it. How do you square it? Or do you even try? I mean, what are we supposed to do about the fact that at any given moment, a million different happenings are all playing out? More than a billion. A billion billion. But you can lose track of that when you get in the numbers that astronomical. It's not so easy to lose track if you just consider the size, the space, the confines of one place, one school, one house. I mean, this is only a sampling up here. Afghanistan and Venice and noisy, this isn't too much homework, but you have to make sense of the chaos somehow, right? We have to. So what are we supposed to do? Just listen and...
How can I be mad at my own father for his cells mutating and then killing him? How can I be? But I am so mad.
And...
I'm never gonna get this all done, and they're gonna pile on more tomorrow!
And I spent 2 hours waiting, and 1.5 hours actually getting my hair cut. Just to ever think I got a new shirt. And...
What about the polar bears? I mean, like, in 100 years, nobody will even be able to have a coat made out of a polar bear because they'll be, like, gone.
And...
Have you ever wondered how amputees can still feel their missing limbs? I wonder if they can feel phantom hangnails.
And...
Yesterday was the final blow. The one I never expected. The letter from EMU, my safety school. Yeah, thanks but no thanks. So much for safety.
And...
What am I supposed to do? Hand him one of those nasal strips every time he leans in to kiss me? I don't see that improving our relationship.
And...
My coach even tried to fool me one day. He told me the height was 12'9" when it was actually 13'3". Did it help? No. Somehow my brain is allergic to everything over 13.
And I don't want to make a mess. We have some rolls of plastic from when we painted the ceiling. I'll put those on the floor and the furniture before I do it. It'll save Mom some trouble.
And...
I mean, I don't want to sound paranoid or anything, but candy bars are a big deal to children. So when they start shrinking them and costing more, that's a big national lie.
And...
Sure, I could just go and buy myself some bigger pants. But you know what? You know part of the price for those pants? You pay a hefty self-esteem tax.
And...
Soldiers are sons and grandsons, husbands and nephews, and brothers. Stupid macho brothers, and if they die, their sisters will die along with them.
I watched you as you listened. You laughed, you frowned, you smiled, you grimaced. From one moment to the next, one story to the next, you reacted. That's good, that's human, but remember, right? Remember the phenomenon I've been describing? How do we laugh and frown and smile and cry and shout for joy and scream for grief? How do we react to all of it going on around us every second? Or do we even try? 3 nights ago, about 8:30, my father is in the den, nodding off as he tries to finish up some work.
Man, I can never stay awake this time of night.
And my mother is upstairs in the bedroom, saying prayers.
God, tell me how we might better serve thee.
And my little sister Julia is playing with her toy dolls.
Darn it, I wish I had another tea set.
And I am in the downstairs living room, playing with my Xbox, trying to, So what should we do here? Should we have a little fun? Should we manipulate this conflict with uncommon conflicts, mix them together for our own fun and possible edification?
And my father is dying
Of homework.
Ha!
And I have a ton of candy bars tonight.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend makes
13 feet in the pole
vault when he kisses me.
Whoa, that's a good one.
And I got rejected from every
Haehnel.
I applied to.
That's gotta hurt. And my haircut will be like...
Like underwater within the next decade.
Sounds like a fashion problem.
And my kiss
How's a
has...
hangnail?
Not quite sure how that all works.
And my Venice is a tub of lard again.
My Venice, that's great.
And I can't kill myself.
In the pole vault.
I bet you can.
And I swear they're
Making
Afghanistan smaller than they used to.
Must have shrunk in the wash.
And my favorite cancer doesn't.
Anymore.
Favorite cancer. Perfect.
And my brother is going.
Going to school.
Well, he should. Or how else would he get educated? Wasn't that a hoot? The old mix and match troubles. It's a game you can play at home. Wasn't that a laugh riot? Wasn't that a... You know, maybe just making light of it all, maybe that's what we should have... How we should have... In case you haven't inferred this fact by now, I am concurrently desperate to tell you my story and petrified to tell you my story. Notice that, the and factor, even within the tiny space of my own mind, coexisting in contradictory times. I don't lack intelligence. I hope you've seen this fact demonstrated too. I mean, someone stupid would not have had the wherewithal to create this production, this extravaganza, illustrating his inner conflict. No, that takes smarts. You've heard my words, my vocabulary. How many stupid people do you know who can throw around words like concurrent or simultaneity or spatial relationships or wherewithal? My school grades and standardized tests will bear out my assertion. I'm not stupid. I'm not unaware. How could I not have known? My father is in the den, nearly asleep. My mother is upstairs praying. My sister Julia is redecorating her toy house. I'm playing with my Xbox. I'm playing Gut Runs War, a game of world domination set on a planet far from Earth. I'm trying to figure out how to beat the arch enemies of Gut Run, the Kragans. Adrian is in her room. She's not alone. So what are we supposed to do? Judge them? Categorize them? After all, it's ridiculous to think that we can handle the and factor in its entirety. Shut up! You have to make distinctions, divisions, isolations. It's a human tendency. You can't help it.
He sleeps a lot now. Everyone takes turns being with him.
So on a scale of 1 to 10 then, how serious is this situation? Fleetingly insignificant gets a 1, and globally cataclysmic a 10. Father dying of cancer, a 7.
I'm never gonna get this all done, and they're gonna pile on more tomorrow.
Homework overload, 4. It's not like I got a trim either. I completely changed my look. hair troubles 3.
If we don't smarten up and start saving on gas, our whole ozone will be like gone.
Now, this here gets tough because she's complaining about climate change, which would generally be in the 9-10 category, but she's being completely selfish and ignorant with her perspective, which might merit a 3 or a 4, even lower. I have to take an average. 6.
What? Like I'm even going to consider community college?
Again, the attitude causes some 4.
Mom got a new hand lotion. I'm gonna give it a try. 2.
Maybe I should start making noises of my own when we kiss to drown them out.
2.5. Or if I gave the haircut a 3. Do you see how hard this is?
I even went online to see if there was any such thing as a sports hypnotist.
Does pole vault disappointment rank higher than college disappointment? 3.
I've been working on a note for the past week.
Is imminent self-destruction worse than imminent death from cancer? 6.
I wish I could get my hands on a 10-year-old candy bar. Then I could compare.
That I give a 1.
So now my once favorite pair of pants hang in my closet like a last place ruin of shame.
Oh, I don't know. She really does seem to be in pain over this whole weight thing, yet in the grand scheme of the universe, 5. No, 4. 5.
So he's going over there now, and every time we hear the phone ring, we're all going to cringe.
Above the pants, but below the suicide, 5.5? Because maybe her brother won't be killed over there, but embedded in her situation, is there also a general complaint about a world in which wars happen? Or at least an objection to this war in particular? Maybe it's a 6. So, let's look what we've done here. Take it to the various situations that make up a single simultaneous and from a particular time and place, and we ranked them. So, now perhaps we should group them. Right. Okay, 8s through 10s over here. 6s and 7s take that spot. 3s through 5s go here, and anything below a 3 just go there. Good. Good. So now what we've done is made a distinction, you see, between the various concomitant situations. Isn't that, I thought I had 4 groups. Oh, well, I didn't rank anyone above 7, that's right. So, what we've done here is, what we have is something completely useless. Go away, all of you, just go away. You've made the point. Suicide and cancer and candy bars and homework and hangnails and we got it. And Dad's semi-sleeping and Mom's supplicating God and Julia with her dolls and me and my Xbox and Adrian with her and Adrian in her room being. Never mind, I can't do this. I'm sorry. Never mind. I didn't mean to waste your time. I meant to tell you the point of all this. I'm sorry.
Aaron.
Adrian, how are you doing?
I'm alright, considering.
Good. That's good.
Why are you gonna win me?
I haven't been. Or, I haven't been meaning to.
That was quite a bomb I dropped on you last night.
Well, that's for sure, but it's okay.
I'm sure it wasn't easy to hear.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't know.
No, it's not your fault.
And now I'm sitting here burdening you, feeling sorry for myself when you were the one who...
Listen, this is the world. This is it, right? People blowing out birthday candles at the same time as people dying in a fire. At the same time as a baby being born. At the same time as a grandmother taking her last breath. At the same time as a little brother is enjoying his video game. At the same time as his sister is being assaulted by the boy she thought really loved her.
I'm so sorry, Adrian. I'm sorry I didn't know.
No, knowing isn't it. Knowing won't save us. This will save us. You're saving me right now, Aaron. Keep saving me. Keep saving me. Aaron, I need you to save me.
I can see the light, see the light, brand new
Scene.